Welcome to House of Tara.
Thank you, Tara. And I've looked and I'm so proud with what you've done. You've kept everywhere beautiful. You know, you're so house proud. So it's not just makeup, it's about everything, keeping it well. This is wonderful. So I just would like to explain what we've done here in front. It was about your brand and bringing your vision to reality and making sure that the team always keep before their eyes where you are going, where you have been. It is House of Tara International. It is a global brand of African origin. So there we have Kenya, we have Ghana, and what country is that? Bail me out.
Rwanda?
Rwanda. Okay, because they're so interested in your brand. Yes. So this is what the flags are about. Tara, we can let people know that I thought that this building is really aesthetically challenged. Yep. The building really gave us, you know, well, we only made it look better.
And I think that because House of Tara we're very strong on the vision of work, and there's always a lot of talk about the vision. For example, everyone has to recite the vision every morning in all the branches across the world because we want people to remember all the time. And I think this is a sign of that. It's one of the things that I mean, there are many parts of the building that I love, but I still put on my Instagram page, I think last week, and I said I miss my office. Every time I arrive here and I see these flags, it just gives me a pump.
Good, so we got it right. Because you see, at AD, we're brand enhancers, we interpret brand environment. So we take your brand and we give you an environment that says what your brand is about. That's what we do in AD. Here we are at the reception because mirrors speak to beauty. And that is what makeup is about, beauty. So there are mirrors on the wall. So when you come, you look at yourself and you say, am I looking the way I want? We put mirrors on the wall to also open up the space. So you see, it reflects the wall and makes the walls disappear. But then we had mirrors on the ceiling because we had to make the ceiling fade away. Over there we have the padded, we have like a padded wall for two reasons, really, for acoustics. In case we have a customer whose voice is just a little bit too loud, that soaks up the sound. And then for softness, because it's about a female brand, at least in this side of the world, a female brand, makeup. So it has the ambience of a boudoir, of a woman's powder rooms. And of course, we needed a place to say House of Tara. We've kept all the Capri colors, which is the hot orange, in this custom-made furniture. We've used a mix of furniture. They're African custom-made ethnic pieces. So we've got like stools with ethnic elements. We've got the reception desk with ethnic elements, all custom-made. We've got planters with ethnic elements. We've got modern pieces. The swan chair, which is a modern classic, and we've got this custom-made stool. And I've been wondering, Tara, what has the feedback been on this place?
I tease about how there's so many times on social media I see pictures of this reception.
Okay.
So sometimes when people come in to have they have a meeting here, I think it's almost part of the way of saying that I've been to House of Tara. It's to actually say I've been here, and they do a selfie of this reception space. So you always see this orchid plant by the side.
Oh, this orchid that I had to make, Tara. I'm sure this is the most expensive orchid you've come across, but the orchid is worth it. It's paying for itself now. Yes. And here we are, sitting like guests in the Overflow. So how many people did you want in that reception, Tara?
Like 10 people.
Like 10 people. So I thought, should we hang them from the ceiling with hooks?
Coming looking for a job and they're coming to see Tara. There'll be maybe 1 or 2 people. Somebody who's coming to see marketing people, maybe the graphic designers, some outsourced photographers, another 2.
Okay, Tara, we know you have many departments, but the whole idea is we have to settle on this as a compromise. So this is a compromise position, an overflow. We take people in from the reception and then they can be processed through here. So this is just more space. As usual, we have the ethnic vibe. We have the brand color on the feature wall. Should I even say it's a feature wall? It's a wall, it's the hot orange. Then we did what we did throughout. When we came into this building, we basically turned the inside into a shell. So we changed the floors, but here we wanted a warm look. So we've got the wooden feel to the floor. Everywhere else is nude, beige, neutral. But here we have a wooden feel. The furniture is custom made here too. We chose the silvery gray custom made chairs because gray is always a good foil for the hot color orange. And this stool I'm sitting on is a space saving device in the brand's hot colors. This stool is yet another ethnic stool, and the lamp was just godsend. It was, I saw it and I thought it has to be in-house of Tara. It's orange, it's ethnic, it's got the vibe. So, and of course, you know, the orchid. The orchid is the epitome of beauty in the flower world. So, talking about beauty, again, an orchid. This wall, I absolutely love because it talks about African beauty, Nubian beauty, beauty of all shades and colors from Africa. But we kept it in black and white because it had to be minimalist. It couldn't be distracting, it couldn't be too loud, but it's just a celebration of African beauty. Not left natural, worked on, brought to its epitome. That's what this is about.
I recall that we had some guests from France.
Yeah.
And they always, after they left, they always emphasized, you remember the photography of the African women, the photography, the arts. They kept emphasizing on calling it the arts.
I love this wall myself. This is a beautiful view.
I have to invite you to lunch, to sit down and just enjoy the breeze.
You people are enjoying this house of Tara. Well, it's lovely. It worked exactly the way we conceived it. People, I remember you wanted to use the roof, but that would have been another budget. Too hot, you see? So the moral of the story is, it was good I trusted my architect. Yes, that's the moral of the story. And yet another budgetary outlay. For what?
I think if you're considering an architect, I think one of the things you have to think is to know that you know the quality of this person's work. You have to have that sense of knowing, first of all, before engaging. So that at every point in time, if the architect says, this is the reason why this cannot work, you're not an architect, so you don't know.
Moral of the story, just as I trust my makeup artist to make me look good, I need to choose an architect that I can trust. We chose this space to be the main office space, the main open plan space, because of the beautiful skylight. It's refreshing, it's relaxing, it helps people get over the tedium of work. It's kept neutral as usual again because of the hot colors of the house of Tara. There's even space for relaxation to the left where you could take a break, you know, sit down a bit. And on the walls there, all over, we've got the neutral black and white photography, so that the only thing that has color is the orange of the house of Tara, the brown colors. The floor is high traffic. We had to rip out the floors as usual, rip out the ceiling, and it's a high traffic floor that can take all the wear and the tear. And just in case you forget, we have the feature wall again saying House of Tara International, flanked on both sides with the crystal lights that we've used throughout the building. We import these lights in AD Consulting. We specialize in lighting specification, lighting design. It's just one of the few things that we specialize in. What we've done here in the CEO's office is to divide the office into different zones. Work for you, meetings with your team, a relaxed visit with a friend or a supplier or a visitor, and a more formal meeting space. So what you see now that is a cute meeting space with storage and all that was actually just wardrobes. For contrast, the floor is not dark, it's light. We had to change the floor, change the ceiling, and we dropped the ceiling. A little dramatic for an office, but it's a makeup brand, it's creative, it's drama. So that's why we did that. So what is your favorite space?
So I can't say that I have any one place that I particularly like more than the other. I enjoy to have my lunch at that table many times. That's what I've converted it into. But I love my mood room.
Okay.
Yes, I love my mood room because it gives me, I wake up very early, so many times by 3 a.m. I'm already awake. So by noon, I'm generally just tired. So I just take a power nap, maybe 15 minutes or so. And it gives me also time to just reflect on some of maybe the early morning meetings that I've had. And but I love it. It's one of my favorite parts of my office. This is our boardroom. It's one of the parts of the work that AD Consulting did in terms of interior design, with the glass table and the lights, fittings. And I think that for us it was a place that we wanted to make comfortable for our board members. We have 7 members of our board, and we have quite an active board.
with very senior executives, and I wanted a boardroom that was befitting. I recall when the first time the board members came into this room, they were all ecstatic, and they were very proud of what we've been able to do with this space. And so I'd like to say that, you know, we've been able to achieve what we wanted to achieve, which was to give our board members a great experience. From time to time, we also use it for our senior management meetings, and also when we have external guests coming, bankers.
AD knows that every project can be significant. It's not about the size. It's actually more about the client for us, the passion, what they think about their own project, what they want to do with it, how they will cooperate with us so that we can birth their vision and really communicate what it is that it's in their heart. So we're very budget friendly, and we know how to make things work the way they should. The process, it was simple. First, I drew some sketches, some 3D illustrations, what the reception would look like, what our office would look like, and I sent them to her one afternoon. She was so excited about it, and she put it up on her DP. All in all, it's an interesting irony, isn't it? We made up an extremely aesthetically challenged building. This is a story of a makeover, which is what the brand itself represents.